Satnam. My name is Mahanraj Kaur Marcia. This is your Lighthouse Report, your Tuesday tune-up and your energy buzz. What is the energy that is ending our February and beginning our March? Well, we just came off what a huge portal with that solar eclipse new moon in Pisces, right? And that vortex is still working upon you. Last week was a week of revelations and awakenings, and it is still permeating your bones and your cells. It is a huge initiation, and this initiation we just went through is tagged on the eclipses of last year in September and taking us to the eclipses this year in August. Right now we're in an incubator, a bridge that is delivering us at the Spring Equinox. This eclipse we went through on Sunday is all about rebirthing the new you. And you're still in it. I think you probably felt some huge relief and shifts. So you're going to have some elevation and some, whoa, it's going so well. And this is wonderful. But don't freak out if there's dips. Just embrace it and really think of this time as like psychic surgery. I'm going to make another video that is going to be something you can do. It's going to really work with this Piscean energy and the rebirthing. It's called strengthening your intuitive projection. So I want to give you something that's going to help you be as intuitive and as strong as you can. That is what this Aquarian Age is about. And these portals of change bring us to our highest connection with God. We are becoming more and more godlike. And part of it is some of this is some very, very, very practical energy. Sense of humor. Self-acceptance. Openness to different people and their opinions. We are not going to all of a sudden all come from the same point of view, but we are going to more and more be able to work with our differences as we head towards a better humanity and keeping our earth safe. You cannot stay in your judgment. Now, so then you might say, well, what am I supposed to do when something's obviously wrong? And oh my God, I hate Trump and we're the GMOs. And I'm not saying that some of these things aren't awful, but you cannot put your focus there. What you want to focus on is what can I do to use the energy of a Trump or a company that is more interested in money than the health of the planet. What can I personally do? So, what a good example is that whole pipeline thing. But I want to ask you, what are you doing to not need oil? Are you still driving a car that is gas powered? Do you encourage and try to help others around you to get more off of oil? I'm not doing that perfectly. And so then I know I got to work on that. My part is driving an electric car. You see what I'm saying? We cannot sit in our ivory tower. And we have to also understand, just like we're not necessarily doing everything right, of course, neither is, the big corporation or the bully on the corner or Trump in the ivory tower, right? They are our mirror. And so if we really want to change, we have to look at our lives and go, what can I do? This is why we do Kundalini Yoga. It's to strengthen our nervous system. It's to strengthen our resolve. It is to believe in things that are difficult and make the tough choices in our own life, in our own businesses, in our family, in our community. When we start to make those kind of changes, that is a trickle effect that affects the world. You see? It isn't that I am not concerned about the big pictures, but I have to know what is my part, which could be this big. What is my part in the big picture? And to heal it and to change it. And as I do, what happens is not only is that change permeating and getting everything, it also makes me understand why it's difficult for some people to let go of a power on oil or a power over women or right? Because I'm working on it on myself. These are the days. What's really good, this is why, I kind of get on my soapbox, because not only is this the way it works, you are the center of the universe, but also as the Aquarian Age magnifies and the power of the heart and love magnify, then humanity will start to more quickly see when they change themselves, when they heal themselves, oh my God, it affected this and this and this. So this is the work we do. We use our Kundalini Yoga to have a grit and a spiritual strength. We are some of the most blessed people because we have a technology that helps us be dynamic wives, dynamic mothers, dynamic business owners. And we are changing the world by going about the everyday average things that people are in a totally different way. One of the things that I noticed by doing Kundalini Yoga is because of the elevated state, I'm not as offended. I'm not oblivious. I see what's going on, but I don't get offended or fearful about it. I'm just more like, okay. Why is that in my world? What am I going to do outwardly in my small influence? And also, what am I going to empower and heal and become that counteracts that kind of negativity? We are being structurally aligned to calibrate in unconditional love. And so part of the discomfort is all that is not unconditional. And that's why some of the population, whether you're a liberal or conservative or you're in Europe or the Middle East, that energy, you see it everywhere, where, oh my God, I'm so upset with those people. They're that way because their nervous systems are shot. They are completely operating in a fear-based reality. It's not that some weird shit's not going on, but I'm telling you, it's like, it's just like Einstein and Gandhi and all the great men and women have told us, you will not solve this problem in the energy that it's in, right? So if we are afraid, the thing we're afraid of was created by fear. Our fear will not fix it. Just like Martin Luther King said, hate will not fix hate. We are going to have huge elevation of consciousness and love. I don't know if any of you have seen this movie or documentary on Netflix. Watch it. It's called The 13th. And it's just incredible about our prisons and who's in there. And like 95% of people in prison are there because they couldn't afford a trial. Now, how that works is they make them a deal. It's like, well, we will guarantee you only have to stay in there 3 years. And, if you'll just go without a trial. Well, lots of them are innocent. But what happens when you are not of that energy? You are so affected by it by when you get in there. So for myself, I'm really, really passionate about getting Tony and I in more and more prisons. We're already in a couple because I know I want to give them a technology that helps them hang on. I also know they shouldn't be there, some of them. I can't quite deal with that. So right now, my personal contribution is I want you to have the caliber and the energy to not believe this shit in this prison. Do not become the environment. When you leave, not only is this a mistake in your life, but you are going to gain tools that maybe God brought you here to get. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. But for me, I'm very passionate about, we have just found a different way to enslave people. That's just my thing. I'm an Aquarius, I'm really about humanity and how we are all the same. And so for me, that's my spring equinox. I want Kundalini crazy and the stuff we do. We're making lots of videos that we can play in the prison so that when we're not there, we can be there. What are you doing? And anything is a big deal. Helping that kid in your neighborhood with their reading when they don't know how. Just be personally involved. Don't just judge. If you'll notice, I don't publicly judge. I have no judgment. I'm too fucked up to judge. But I have a great faith that God is good and we are God. And that means humanity's good. So this is our portal to the equinox. The equinox, the spring equinox, is going to be on Monday, the 25th. I happen to teach that day, so I'm sure something magical will happen. But Tony and I are going to do a huge initiation getting ready for that. It's a 3-day experience on healing your wounds and empowering your soul. It is March 10th, 11th, and 12th, and we are offering an equinox discount of $75 off. It's 3 10-hour days. Just relax. I know that's a lot of hours. You need a lot of hours. What happens when you immerse yourself is you have breakthroughs and then you stay in the breakthrough. And then you learn how to live in the breakthrough. And then you learn how to cultivate the breakthrough. And then you learn how to take it out into your world. So you're going to learn some major skills. Not only are you going to find your wound and heal it and change the vibration. I'm not promising you it'll go away, but you're going to understand it better and how it vibrates so you can vibrate to it and elevate it, which is awesome. You're going to learn some tools that are about your personal characteristics and energies that kind of illuminate your demons, and we are going to work with that. We're also going to learn on Sunday a mapping of our languaging so that we can create more prosperity, more goodness, more love in our lives. It's an awesome thing. It's at the Soul of Yoga. Tony and I, and plus on Saturday, my beloved friend Sheila is coming, and she's going to teach a workshop on Sat Narayan, the sweetness of the soul. You've got to be there. Call me if you have questions. 760-224-8720. March 10th, 11th, and 12th. $75 off. It's for you. It's called Meditation in the Mind, creating lasting change and healing. Mwah. So good. Hey, tomorrow night, Wednesday, March 1st, is the Tower of Light. We're working on our karma. How we're going to do it is we're going to do a past life retrieval. Super powerful. The energies that are going on right now from the equinox birthing us to the, from the eclipse to the equinox is birthing the new year. So tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, it's a sound healing with a pranic elevation. So when we get into the highest state, that's when I take you on a journey with the Magdalene, and we're going to do a past life retrieval and healing. So if you need some help right now, tune into my video on strengthening your intuitive projection. It's right after this one. I love you. Have an amazing, amazing week, and I'll see you next week, getting closer day by day, breath by breath, to the spring equinox, the renewal and the new year of the goddess. Sat Nam.